Well, within the data center and the microgrid bill, there's one piece that, in addition to a lot of money going back to the counties, money that wouldn't be there. Keep in mind, these are not dollars that exist today. We're attracting new economic development. That's really significant. But as part of that, 50% of those proceeds of the revenue that comes in would go into a fund to ultimately eliminate the state income tax. If we, with respect to natural gas and coal, and I think there's a chance here to really expand that, especially when you look at what's going on in China. China is building multiple coal-fired power plants every month. West Virginia can provide resources that America needs to be strategically out in front of our greatest geopolitical rival. And here in West Virginia, we're developing policies to make that happen. That's a pretty big thing. Also passed the Riley-Gaines Act. Really good piece of legislation. It's common sense. Defines sex-based terms like men and women, male and female, so that we protect private spaces, ensuring a man can't enter a woman's bath. Look, I want to treat everyone the same. Everyone should be subject to the same rules, the rule of law, regardless of skin color, religion, any issues. We should not be discriminatory. We shouldn't be picking all these winners and losers.
The White House calls it the largest deregulatory action in US history. The Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, wants to rescind the 2009 endangerment finding. Rooted in science, it gives the US government its authority to regulate.
America is going to have to find a way to dramatically increase its power footprint, or China is going to eclipse our nation in a technological battle that determines our national security. West Virginia Generation and Consumption Act can allow companies to develop independent energy grids using natural resources, positioning West Virginia as a prime location, once again, for data centers, for AI, is going to play a critical role in this competition. That's because our state has many competitive advantages to producing massive amounts of power. We have abundant energy resources. Put off the gas. Right now, we're in a ferocious competition between the United States and China. The winner of that competition is going to be the country which powers the enormous data microgrid. Is a self-contained power network that operates separate from the main power grid. Right now, the West Virginia Code allows for 2 microgrids in the entire state. Our bill seeks to change that and to accommodate the demand of the data centers that are so desperate to be hooked up to get closer to the energy source. Current law also requires these microgrids to
stranding.
Defend this nation. We can't do it. Maybe we will, but we can't now.
Manchin tells us that around 90% of pollution is coming from Asia, with China continuing to build more coal power plants to meet their needs. He also says that he's been in contact with
racism and division in our country. Why are you attacking the Asian?
But if you believe today that we can do without our fossil fuels, our great fossil fuels, and absolutely if you think we can do without them today, I say you're living in a cave. You're absolutely. Are we going to choose with our electricity amounts that we have? We're either going to be able to support industry or we're going to have to support homes. For God's sakes, a living, we don't want to go and get cold. It really is. None of us has can possibly imagine what $1 trillion is. We've got a $37 trillion deficit. How are we going to get out of it? Please tell me. Please. Mind the store. That's the first thing you have to do. That means cut as much waste as we possibly can. But after we do all of that, I'll bet you this in every way. I'm not a politician. You can tell by the way I talk. For crying out loud, I'm a business guy. With all that being said, I have never have I seen a situation to where you can cut your way revenue. How are you going to grow revenue in America? Well, for God's sakes, a living, the last thing on the planet that anybody would ever want to do is raise taxes. That'd be the worst thing we could possibly do. That would kill us in every way imaginable.